So why do professional traders use volume profiling? First and foremost, it's a tool for consistent pattern recognition. What do I mean by that? Well, at the end of each day, I'm able to go through my volume profiles and pick up on very specific patterns because of the way volume profile depicts price, volume, and time. So by using volume profiles on a day-to-day basis, I can not only find these patterns, but I can also see how these patterns evolve and then develop edge using those patterns. Volume profiling is a tool for interpretation. What do we mean by that? Well, instead of having the traditional tools of Fibonacci's and moving averages and trend lines that don't give us forward-looking information, we can use the volume profiles that can give us principle-based interpretation, meaning we're able to make forward-looking decisions using volume profiles. Volume profiles allow us to remain very objective as opposed to subjective. Why? Well, a volume profile is exact information. It's fact-based. It's happened. It's occurred. It's not opinionated. It's merely fact-based. So we can make fact-based decisions instead of subjective-based opinions. Volume profiling is principles rather than hard, fast rules. Again, this allows us to have forward-looking trade strategies as opposed to relying on indicators that are lagging. Volume profiling, again, it allows us to move away from what we like to think of as obvious application of trade setups. What do I mean by that? In other words, there's a lot of obvious trades in the market, trades that, everyone looks at a support level from a long time ago, and it's very, very obvious. Now, obvious trades, algorithms are able to duplicate those trades. All right. If a trade's very obvious, there's less likelihood it's going to work because it's very obvious. So volume profiling, because it's principle-based, is not so obvious. All right. There's a lot of interpretation required, which means you have edge. And then volume profiling allows for exact risk management. What do we mean by that? Well, if we enter a trade based on a volume profile strategy, we know exactly where that strategy is no longer valid. Therefore, we can effectively manage our money and ensure we're not taking very, very big losses. And last but not least, the reason professional traders use volume profiling is simply because every professional uses it. So it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. If all the traders around the world are using these volume profiles or using this tool in order to depict price, time, and volume, then surely the market will respond to certain or a lot of these strategies.